Hello, and welcome back to the Kyle Davis Show. And I would like to talk about ice. No, not the kind you drink, the one that's getting so much hate at the southern border. Yeah. So, the left right now, and heading it specifically is AOC, is they want to completely get rid of ICE. And because ICE is under the Department of Homeland Security, they want to completely get rid of the Department of Homeland Security, DHS. Now, what would be the problem with that? Oh, there's no problem. Get rid of the DHS and you won't have people at the southern border in these quote-unquote concentration camps because, that's inhumane. And, well, what? They are detention centers. They are not concentration camps. We are not forcing them to stay. They have every right to leave. We are not keeping them there. We are not forcing them to stay. They have every single right to leave back to their country, back to Mexico, back to wherever they came from. Every right. We are not holding them hostage. We are not putting guns to their heads and saying you have to stay here or else. But what are some problems with eliminating the DHS? So here are a list of organizations under the DHS. U.S. citizenships. I'm going to do this. So here is a list of things that are under the DHS. U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, United States Coast Guard, United States Custom and Border Protection, Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, Federal Emergency Management Agency, Federal Law Enforcement Training Center, United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement, that's ICE, United States Secret Service, Transportation Security Administration, Management Directorate, Science and Technology Directorate, Countering Weapons of Mass Destruction Office, and Office of Intelligence and Analysis, and Office of Operations Coordinations. Okay, so what she's calling for when she wants to eliminate the DHS is elimination of all those other projects. And it says, according to the DHS website, that it employs right around 250,000 people. And so if you eliminate that, almost, what? A lot of people. 250,000. That's half of half, right? Yeah. Half of a half is a lot. Especially when the first number is a lot. Yeah. Anyway. So why is this damn thing ahead of me going so slow in the... So what's going to happen is if you get rid of the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, or what that the whole goal of the left, what they're trying to do with this whole immigration thing, is that they're trying to get rid of citizenship completely, in the sense that if you live in America, you're an American. End of story. And then you get rights to all these free services that they want. So what's going to happen if a Democrat is elected for the next presidential campaign is that you're going to have open borders, you're going to have all this free crap, and then what they're going to try and do is eliminate the need to be a U.S. citizen. So there is no citizenship anymore. You won't need a license for anything. You won't need to prove identity. All you'd have to say is, well, I live, down the street, or I live in this other state, or whatever. There would be no need to prove your citizenship anymore, because if you live here, you live here. If you live here, you're a citizen. And that's absolutely ludicrous. That's insane. That's senile. They just want to make it so we can take on the entire world when the U.S. economy is not strong enough to do that. We are not able to take everyone on all at once. We can't just take people on and expect things to go well. It's not going to happen. The other thing that she wants to get rid of is the Coast Guard. And they also do a lot of immigrant functions, keeping people we don't want out of the country. It's a branch of the military that helps keep our borders and our land safe from people who shouldn't be here. Again, that's something else that the leftists want to get rid of. Probably not on such a large scale like ICE, but it's something that they would love, I'm sure. We also want to get rid of the United States Custom and Border Protection. Again, a lot what ICE does, at least I believe, is that they want to make it so that if you want to cross our American borders, you can just go ahead and do so. That America was founded on immigrants, so let's keep the tradition rolling. Well, here's the problem with that. While America may have been founded on immigrants, or may have been founded on people who came here from another part of the world, we have declared it our own. America stood during the early wars of the country to fight for its independence and fight for its liberty. And we have thus since established our own sense of what it means to be an American. It means that you respect, and I'm not going to say understand, but it means you should at least respect everything that everyone went through to make sure that we had the freedoms we have today. And that it's completely being disrespected and thrown out the window like, people died for nothing, when they're saying that we should just have everyone come to the country at will. It's completely disrespectful to the founding fathers who say that we should take on all refugees because they're refugees. We should accept everyone for their word. We have lost a lot of integrity. We've lost a lot of respect for ourselves. Oh, come on, you piece of crap. Move. Move, damn it! Okay. Oh my god. It's slow. But we are a country. Oops. Oh well. That has made a name for itself. And these Democrats are trying to take away the name and the very essence of what America has become. And there are too many Americans who are not proud to be an American. And I say they should just walk their little butts off the face of America and go live somewhere else. And if they say no, well then why? Because America is really one of the best countries in the world. And if you refuse to move, well then that just shows that you are more willing to stay here than you are. You're more willing to stay here in this awful, terrible, no good country that's discriminate and whatever else than move to a country where your values are more upheld. It's amazing to me when how many people during the 2016 election said they were going to move to Canada or move to wherever else, and they didn't because they didn't want to leave America. The DHS also takes care of cybersecurity, and it makes sure that if someone's bank account gets hacked, I'm pretty sure it's a federal crime. And they are one of the organizations that make sure that people aren't being hacked, that their money isn't being messed with. Sure, it still happens, but it would happen a lot more if we didn't have the DHS. So, well, thank you for watching, especially if you're still here. And see you next time. Bye.